Hey people, hi, this is Dirrick Williams, DerrickWilliams.com. Thanks for being here again. Really appreciate your time, your energy, and just for sharing, for sharing, for being here. What else can I say? Look, I want to talk to you a little bit about being in the eye of the storm. That's kind of what I want to talk about today, because this whole Covad experience, what we're going through right now, has a lot to do with a lot of similarities to being in the eye of a hurricane. There are people out there that actually find out that the hurricane's coming, whether for scientific reasons or just for pleasure, will literally get in the plane, jump up, head into the storm, go through the roughest and most challenging part of it, get into the eye and find the calm, and then drive through the back end and deal with more hell, the back end of the storm, just to get out to what was normal. And that's kind of where we're at. That's kind of what's going on with us. And I want to talk to you about that because I think right now we're living in the eye of the storm. So let's think about this. Let's look at it. Coronavirus. We heard about it in the media. It was everywhere. Everybody's talking about it. But it wasn't here at the United States as of yet. It was in China. It was everywhere else. And we were watching it through the news. The storm is coming. And, people were preparing to deal with the storm that was coming. Medical, science, and everybody else were looking at resolutions, emergency shelters, all this stuff. People were preparing for it so that, it wouldn't be as bad as it could be, right? It's just like if you knew a hurricane was coming, you would, board up the windows, go to the store, buy the things you need to buy, prep up everything. And that's just what we did, isn't it? That's just what we did. We went to the stores. We fought over toilet paper, paper towels. We stocked the houses. We filled the gas tanks. We checked in with our friends and everything else, and we continue to check in. But we went through this whole thing. This whole storm was coming, all this preparation. We've done everything we could possibly think of to make it through the front side of the storm. And so here we are now. We've done everything we could. We've prepared, and now we're in the eye of the storm. Here's the calm. Here's the place where people tend to relax. Here's where it becomes almost normal for us to be in the situation we're in now. You can't go to a store, to a bank, to a post office, almost anywhere without seeing pieces of tape on the floor, reminding you to stay 6 feet away from the people that are around you. You walk through the store, the streets today, people are wearing masks. You see them driving down the street wearing masks, wearing gloves. It's become a normal thing right now because we've done everything we could, and now we're living with what we have prepared ourselves to live with as we make it through this. We're coming to a point where there's a new custom of being, and we're getting used to it. We're practicing it. We're staying at home. We found new things. In the beginning, staying at home was a challenge for a lot of people. It was isolation. It was, what do I do? I need to do something. I'm bored. I fixed everything. And our relationships have changed. We talk differently. We embraced, 6 feet away, right? But we embrace each other differently, emotionally, spiritually. Maybe not physically, but we are embracing each other. You know how many phone calls I've gotten recently? Well, maybe you don't, but let me tell you, I've got a lot of phone calls, a lot of FaceTime phone calls, a lot of video calls, because people still want to touch. When it used to be, hey, pick up the phone and talk, or a little text checking in, whole 9 yards. Now we're making sure that we're on, thank God for technology, yeah? We are looking into the phone, seeing people, and knowing that they're okay. And it's become something that's almost normal now. This is what I want to do. This is a new place for me, because I've done everything I could to make it through this. And now that I'm in this place and I feel somewhat protected, I feel somewhat normal, I feel somewhat, I want to say at home. Because now I realize I've made it through the brunt of the storm, and now I'm sitting in the eye of the storm, where things seem to be calm. But let's look at reality. There's another part of the storm coming. We've made it through the front end. We've got to make it through the back end. What do we do? How are you prepared to make it through that? What grounds us for making it through the next phase of the storm. I have an idea and I have a thought and I want to share it with you. I think it will inspire you. I think it will give you enthusiasm. I think it will give you hope. I think it will undergird you. And I think it will bring courage. I think it will bring a new hope, a new reality about what will happen when we go through the next phase of the storm. It's pretty simple. While we're sitting here in the lull, let's give thanks. Attitude of gratitude. Attitude of gratitude because we still have shelter over our heads. Let's give thanks for the homes that we're in. Let's give thanks for the friendships and relationships. Let's give thanks for the body of people that we have, our support systems. Let's give thanks for being a support system. Let's give thanks for the material items that we have and the ability to afford them and have them so we can make them through. And if you're struggling and you're making it hard, maybe you've lost your job, maybe you lost your income. A lot of people have. I'm not trying to play it down, but in reality, you're still here and you're going to make it through. Let's give thanks. Let's give thanks for the lessons that we've learned. Let's give thanks because when the storm comes, we got rid of things we thought were important. We minimalized everything so we can get to the point where those things that are most important to us rise to the top. Let's give thanks because we've cleared out and realigned our priorities. Let's give thanks because those people we thought we had lost in relationship have called to check in and we're rekindling new feelings and new attitudes. Let's give thanks because we can. Let's give thanks while we sit in the lull of the storm. Let's give thanks because we've learned and become accustomed to a new way of living. Let's give thanks because that new way of living is going to give us a better sense of living after the second part of the storm comes. Let's give thanks for the future. Let's give thanks because we can rebuild. Let's give thanks because things can be made better, stronger. Let's give thanks because we become more compassionate. Let's give thanks because they became more compassionate in reaching out to us. Let's just give thanks because we can. Let's give thanks because tomorrow's a brand new day and we're going to be here together. We're going to make it through together. While we sit here in the lull of the storm, while we sit here, the pendulum has swung one way and it's getting ready to go back the other way. And as soon as it does, we need to be prepared. How will we be prepared? We'll be prepared with an attitude of gratitude. Let's give thanks for creating the right energy, the force that we need to help each other and to get through this together. Let's give thanks. I think an attitude of gratitude is going to be the way to make it through the next step. It may be difficult now. We may have suffered some loss. We may have felt a great deal of pain. But you know, the reality is that which doesn't kill you only makes you better. So let's give thanks. Let's just be thankful. That's the way we're going to make it through. We're going to make it through with an attitude of gratitude. And after the second part of the storm goes away, when we're able to embrace each other, when we're able to shake hands, when we're able to be close to one another, when we're able to go back to a place that we called normal, it'll be a new place with greater appreciation. Let's give thanks. Not only today, but every day. Not just for this, but for everything. Let's give thanks. Thank you for being here. God bless you. Be safe.